the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Nittany Lions ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give on the inside. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Hey, midfield, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
To throw, it's Raiola. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster. And they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today. Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they have the first points of the game.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
7, Penn State, 0.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They'll try to pop the draw. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Isaac. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Looking downfield on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. An 84-yard drive there. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
And the Nebraska offense will take over 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Got his man.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. Found a little run room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. 34.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Isaac. On target. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by 7 over Baylor. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the gun, give on the inside. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I love the patience by the quarterback on this drive, too. He's not getting greedy. He's not forcing the ball somewhere where it doesn't need to go. He's just taking what the defense gives him, and this offense, therefore, is matriculating down the field.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. He goes out of bounds right. Midfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air, it's Raiola. Snagged in the middle, it's Provo. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. Trying to make... Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. back to pass. Still looking on the move. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. The sweet feet buy a little time. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quickly complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback now breaking the field. This is intercepted on the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate. Turn of events for the offense. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He wants to change this route. Here's a heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, but just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The run from the shotgun. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Isaac. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Cornhuskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to pass, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Got rid of it just in time.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Makes the catch. It's Provo. Across the 25, he's got room. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The snap sets up the throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska! Getting set for the point after. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it over the middle. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. It's Martin. On the move at the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You know, you don't need to be an absolute blazer to have success running the football as a QB. You just need to know where to pick your spots, finding holes, reading blocks, falling forward. This quarterback does all of it.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
On the play. Brings up second and goal.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking to throw, it's Isaac. Scrambling away. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. It's complete to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Buys a little time. Makes the grab on the left. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
To the air on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Might be looking to run. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling right and going deep. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Punts it out of the air. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Huskers in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33. line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's eyes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Now improvising. Finds his tight end. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Huskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's eyes. And he's knocked down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big 1st down and keeps the clock moving.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They'll send the back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
And the Nittany Lions come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Isaac. Finds his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
The Nittany Lions will try to run out the clock in this final minute. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A designed run for the quarterback. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It came down to the final quarter.